Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. CAT 2024 is now 4 months away. On 24th of November, you will be appearing on the examination and tackling the examination. Last year there were around 3 lakh test takers. Let's see what happens with the number this time. So the competition is quite intense for CAT and the rewards are also better than any other MBA exam, because not only the IIMs but there are several other B schools also that accept only CAT score. So it is important to do well on this examination, and since the examination is just 4 months away, what should be your roadmap for the next 4 months? What are some of the important do's and don'ts? Okay, apart from studies, there are certain things that you need to focus on. You need to be guided in a proper manner so that you can do well on the examination. Do not listen to any random person on YouTube. Okay, those who do not have experience of cracking these examinations, or maybe cracked once in a life and just give stuff on it. I have been appearing for multiple examinations and have cracked almost all the examinations that I have appeared on. So I am here to give you some genuine advice that how to crack CAT within these 4 months with a proper strategy. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on social media platforms. So I was an aspirant back in 2013. Okay, I graduated in 2013 and that was the first time I had appeared on CAT, and as you can see that the date is in October. So back then CAT used to be like NMAT. You have to choose a slot for CAT. So I had appeared in October and I started my preparation after my graduation somewhere around July. So I had about 3 months to prepare for the examination. Okay, and I scored very well on the very first attempt. Like I got 99.97. Then there were only two sections, QADI and VALR. Okay, logical reasoning was with verbal ability. So I managed to score 99.97 in QADI, and overall my percentile was 99.93. So that was my very first attempt. Some students think that okay, I now teach for CAT, so I do well on the examination. It is not the case. In my very first attempt, I was able to score very high. Okay, and in my undergraduation, I was not a very bright student. Okay, I did not study from a premium college. I was from some tier 2-3 engineering college, and I had 5 backlogs also in my engineering. Okay, so I was not a very bright student. So if you feel that okay, he must be a very bright student, must be from some IITs, must be very good with mathematics and all, it was not the case. Okay, I was an average student. Okay, like an average engineer in scoring in 60s. That is why I could not convert IIMs also. Okay, despite at this very high score, I could get calls. I did not get calls from A and B, and other calls I could not convert the top IIMs. Okay, so then I decided to take the examination again and again, and eventually got into FMS. So it is quite possible if I can do it, right? So you might be thinking that I am very intelligent person, right? No, I was back then when I was a CAT aspirant, I used to be an average student. Okay, so if you know my friends from undergraduation, like they would not consider me as someone as a very bright student of the college. Okay, so I was always those among the ones who would just manage to pass, those kind of students, right? So I was not a very bright student back then, but still managed to crack the examination. And then I understood that what are the tricks to crack this examination, what are the things that you need to focus on, and some of my learnings which subsequently helped me to over the years I have gained more knowledge. Okay, definitely I am much more advanced in these subjects now than I was back then, but still how I managed to crack this examination following some strategies which were quite useful. So first and the foremost thing is you need to live in the present, right? As I said that I was not a very bright student, but I was determined that if I do well, if I get into a good MBA college, maybe my career would be better. So do not think of the past, right? Even if you are a very average student, come from an average background, average college, average academics, do not worry about that, right? Try to give the best efforts, live in the present, try to study as hard as possible, right? With the proper guidance, you would be able to do well on the examination. Next is keep the momentum till the examination. Now, as I said that I prepared for only 3-4 months, but my efforts were continuous. There was no single day on which I took some, let's say, went for some vacation or was involved in some festivities and all. No. So you need to sacrifice every other thing, right? So you need to be continuous with the preparation. I see a lot of students, they even enroll in, some of the students even enroll in our courses, they do not attend the classes regularly. Okay, so the very first thing is consistency. If you are consistent for the next 4 months, if you spend all 4 months, right, without taking a single leave for let's say entertainment and other stuff, right, single leave for travel, vacation, festivals, etc., right. So those things if you do, if you are consistent just focusing only on your studies part, I can guarantee you that you are definitely going to do well. The thing is, we break the momentum in between. Okay, so you might have let's say if you are not like if you can relate to some other things also, let's say if someone had a physical transformation, किसी ने 3-4 महीने continuously gym किया, dedicatedly किया without any skipping of anything and proper diet, right, you see that within 3-4 months people transform their physique. So people can transform themselves and crack an examination like CAT if they dedicate the next 3-4 months. Okay, so you need to keep the momentum and do not take a break in between. Then solving past year papers is the key. So back then when I cracked the examination, I used to solve past papers, right? I did not take enroll in any classes back then. I just used to solve past year papers, and there were some other sources also. Like nowadays you have WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, etc., where you share questions and solve it. Okay, that was one of the approaches. Back then there was no the WhatsApp was not popular back then. Okay, so there used to be a forum called Pagal Guy. Okay, I don't know how active it is now. So there people used to discuss questions. Like nowadays you see people discussing questions on WhatsApp and Telegram. So back then Pagal Guy used to be the source. So I used to solve questions on that. I used to solve past year papers, right? So that gave me an understanding, okay, this is the syllabus that I need to cover. Okay, so these are the topics that are asked in CAT. Okay, so solving past year papers helps you understand that what all topics would be asked in the examination. Okay, and accordingly you can prepare for those topics. So it is very important to solve past year papers. The past year papers are available from 1990s, somewhere around I guess 94, okay, to 2008, okay, and then 2017 to 22. If someone claims that 2009 to 2015 16 papers are available, that's a fake claim, because back then CAT used to be online, okay, online, and the papers were not released and no one can remember the entire paper. So the claims, especially DILR and VARC, I can understand people can remember quant questions, but DILR and VARC is not possible to remember, right? So if you find these papers somewhere, that means that's fake for sure. Okay, 2008 till 2008, the very relevant, sorry, till 2023 you can use the papers. Okay, these are the most relevant ones because there is a set pattern. The kind of questions, if you see like in VARC, if you see you have para jumbles, para summary, odd one out, etc. In LRDI also the kind of questions that you notice, okay, so that are very relevant for the modern day test rather than these old papers. However, you can solve these old papers to see the kind of questions that were asked back then. Okay, so quant in this phase, quant and maybe some part of LR might be useful. So once you look at this recent ones, you understand that yes, these are the topics, these was the level, and if it matches with those of the past, you can solve those questions as well. So solving past year papers itself is a very big pool, and that will help you a lot with your preparation. Then one important thing is, I'm sure you must be aware of this proverb which says don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, it talks about mitigating your risks. Okay, it is good to prepare for CAT, right? That is the biggest MBA entrance examination and opens the gate for the IIMs, all the IIMs, as well as many other premium institutions. But at the same time, you need to be practical. Let us say for any reason, right, despite you prepared your best, CAT does not go well. हो सकता है maybe exam anxiety or some issues, right? Or like if you've seen that quota factory, the guy reaches the center late, or any unknown circumstances, or maybe should not happen to anyone, but someone falls sick before the examination, for any reason the examination does not go well, then what, right? You won't be repeating 1 year. So there are some alternative exams also, like you can prepare for ZAT if you are targeting XLRI, okay, NMAT, SNAP, etc. So you should target these exams also at the same time. So this is just an advice, it's not a compulsion, right? There are some people who appear only on CAT, but just an advice that you should keep these exams as a backup option. And one important thing is, since the examinations are computer based, you need to make a habit to read online on laptop or desktop. Do not use phone. Okay. Phone पे reading कम से कम. So if you are solving RCs, you are solving DILR, make it a habit that you read on a desktop or laptop, because exam में आपको वो interface मिलेगा wherein you have to read on a laptop or desktop. Now reading speed has a very high significance. Students often do not realize it, right? They think that okay, like it does not matter if you read on phone or on mobile on a desktop. There is a big difference between the way you read on a desktop and laptop versus you read on a mobile phone. And secondly, reading speed not only helps you in VARC but in DILR also. I may not be very good at verbal ability, but I am super strong at DILR. The reason is I read very fast. Okay, so I can process information very fast. So reading speed helps you in all sections. Okay, so the faster you read, the more time you have to think and solve questions. So in order to build it, make this a habit to read online on laptop or desktop. So whatever articles you read, newspapers you read, you try to read online, PDFs and all, try to read them online on a desktop or laptop. Read newspapers daily. Okay, maybe you might think that okay, this is not relevant as of now, but it is. It will not only boost your preparation for the VARC section, but it will also keep you updated for with the news, and that will help you in the later stage GD, VAT, PI, and that is very, very important. At this point, people do not realize its importance, but later on when they start preparing for GD, PI, they realize okay, काश उस समय न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ लिया होता, had we been active with the news. So read relevant parts. Okay, read like you can read editorials that will help you for your RCs, and apart from that, read news about international affairs, international, national. Okay, then read about business, read about science and tech. Right, read and like if you read editorials, you will be able to read about all these things. So these are the major things that you need to be aware of: international, national news, business, tech. Okay, maybe you can also read about sports, not just cricket but sports in general. Okay, so you are aware of the happenings in and around the world. Cover all the sections daily. Now this is a very important advice. As I said that you need to be consistent. At the same time, you need to be consistent across all sections. Okay. Now you need to do one thing is all the sections are equally important. Some people ignore a particular section, okay, and they think that they can manage using the other two sections and end up having a disbalanced score. A lot of institutes have sectional cutoffs. So ensure that you cover all the sections daily. Even if you are a working professional, manage time for everything. Maybe just 30 minutes a day for one topic. Okay, maybe you just do 1 or 2 sets of DILR, but do it on a daily basis. If you are consistent with your preparation, you will see the results in all the sections. You need to analyze the mocks properly. So whichever mocks you are appearing on, okay, and whatever is the number of mocks, some people will take 15 mocks, 20 mocks, 100 mocks, does not matter. Okay, that's just a FOMO created by people. I did not take any single mock test and still managed to crack the examination. So even if you do not take any mock test, or if you take 10 mocks, 50 mocks, does not matter. But if you are taking a mock test, please analyze the mock properly to understand that where you are lacking. Very, very, very important thing is maintain social distancing. Okay, that is the biggest thing that I would like to advise you, that stay away from social media, stay away from OTT platforms. Okay, stay away from Instagram and Snapchat. That are the most useless apps right now. Okay, so maybe like if you talk about, let's say, WhatsApp, maybe you might get some relevant text, like some urgency based text, or if you're in a working environment, maybe you might get text from your colleagues, okay, or Telegram, you might find some like relevant questions and all. But Instagram, Snapchat, those are useless things, okay. You cannot study on Instagram, okay. So uninstall those apps. I did the same. Back then Instagram was not there, then time it was Facebook, and I deactivated my Facebook profile for 3-4 months, went underground, okay. No one knew where I was. People thought कि college के बाद गया, पता नहीं कहाँ गया, okay. So that should be your scenario, right? Deactivate all such social media platforms, uninstall all these OTT apps, okay. Stay away from all these things, because these are going to be distracting elements to you. Because see, things do not change, right? अगर किसी की शादी हो रही है, his or her marriage will happen, right? It is not going to impact you at all, okay. If let's say like Ambani's sons is getting married, right? It is not going to impact you at all, right? It is not going to improve your financial health, or it is not going to affect you in any manner. So it does not matter what is happening in the world. As I said, that read the newspaper, you will get to know about the major events happening, right? Other things, what is happening with the celebrities, okay, like how many followers does it have, right? That is not going to impact anyone, right? Virat Kohli ने Instagram पे क्या post किया does not matter at all. Remember that those people, when they were struggling, they were also unknown people, okay. So try to stay away from social media for the next 4 months. Total cutoff, that will save you a lot of time. People say कि मेरे पास time नहीं होता daily, right? If you uninstall all these things, guarantee you that you will have 1 or 2 hours extra for sure, okay. So please try these things, that will give you additional time for preparation. And very important is, you need to maintain a healthy routine. You cannot afford to fall sick. As I said, that you need to be consistent. If you are sick, then probably you will not be able to give your best in your preparation. So eat regularly and have a proper balanced diet. Avoid junk food as much as possible. Sleep enough, at least 7 to 8 hours a day. Exercise. I'm not saying that you need to be a hardcore gym freak, right? You can just go for a walk for 30 minutes a day. Don't have a very sedentary lifestyle. Even if you are dedicating several hours in a day into preparation, just move out or do some exercises indoor, okay, or do some recreational activity that keeps you happy, okay. Instead of watching something on like OTT and all, right? Apart from that, you can do some recreational activity to keep yourself mentally healthy. If you are preparing for CAT, I had created a very good playlist for CAT, High Order Thinking Summer Series. It had 30 videos, and this will boost your CAT preparation. We have discussed some good questions from all the topics and the methods how to approach such questions. So if you have not yet watched this series, please just search on my playlist High Order Thinking Summer and watch these videos. Now coming to the things that you should not be doing in these days. First of all, don't compare yourself with peers, okay, because all people have their own journey, okay. Destination is same, but the journey can be different. So some people they think, oh, that person is really doing really good, will end up doing great in the examination. That does not happen. Some people who score very high in mocks end up getting very bad score in the examination. Some people doing average in mocks end up doing very good in the examination. Some people might have started preparation 6 months back. Some people might be starting their preparation right now. ठीक है, तो ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है जो अभी स्टार्ट कर रहा है और जिसने 6 मंथ पहले प्रिपरेशन की है वो ज़्यादा अच्छा करेगा. अ पर्सन हु माइट बी स्टार्टिंग नाउ might end up doing very well in the examination. Remember, consistency is the key. You need to be consistent, stay away from all those distractions and focus on your preparation, solve the relevant things, and you shall be able to do good on the examination. Don't ignore any topic, okay. Now what happens is people see some pattern, okay, and then go with preparation of certain specific topics, and they ignore some topics. They think that, okay, this topic is not so frequent in the examination, let's ignore it. So I'll give you a very simple examination. Okay, there is a topic called probability. Probability के questions hardly आते हैं. Okay, probability, you do not get too many questions right now, right? Or in fact, no questions for the last few years. People ignore that topic, thinking कि CAT में तो आता ही नहीं है. But yes, It is a part of the syllabus. Now what happened in CAT 22? CAT 22 की बात करें, there was I guess it was in first slot, that roots question. Okay, उसमें probability का set आ गया. There were 2 questions on probability on that set. Okay, there has been instances where in DILR there has been questions on mixtures and alligation. So you never know which topic might be tested in which part. Even in DILR, if you see, a lot of times questions test your numerical ability. Okay, they test your number skills, and people do not study number system. वो number system छोड़ देते हैं. Okay, it tests some basic skills like odd even का sum, right, and all those things. So don't ignore any topic. Sometimes you might end up getting something unexpected. So cover all the topics. If you have time, cover all the topics. I am saying that cover the majority of the topics first and then these minor topics, but do not ignore anything. Don't refer to too many resources. Nowadays it is very easy to get access to too many resources, right? If you refer to too many resources, that is going to impact your preparation. Okay, and even if let's say you are watching videos of people, right, do not watch videos of too many people, right? I'm not saying that you watch only my videos, right? You can follow any educator you want, but do not follow too many people. Now what happens is, the wrong thing here is, when you refer to too many resources, you get confused, right? The methods get like, let's say someone has one way of teaching, another way has a second way of teaching, and the third person has third way. I'm not saying that you can you have to refer to only one person or resources. You can refer to maybe 2 or 3, not more than that, right? If you collect mock test of 10 institutes and try to give them, you will have too much of burden on you. Okay, that will give you a psychological burden. Too much content is also is painful, because you will have psychological burden कि अरे इतना सारा देना है. It will be a pressure on you. Plus that can be a confusing thing for you. So don't just keep collecting materials. Okay, trust a few sources. Like if not one, if you feel that कि अरे एक पे trust नहीं कर सकते, you can trust a couple of sources. Mock test हो सकता है आप एक के ना लेके 2 institute के ले लो, but stick to those and prepare for the examination. Don't take mock test lightly. So in case you are appearing on mock test, do not take lightly कि अरे यहाँ चलो दे देते हैं mock test. Give them in the proper setup. Take 2 hours at one go and take the test. And don't take mock scores too seriously. That is the biggest thing people do is when they see the mock tests, they get frightened by the scores. As I said that there are some people who do not do well on mocks but do great on the actual examination, and the opposite is also true. So don't worry about those mock scores. And since you have 4 months now, even if you are starting your preparation, you can cover everything in the next 3 months and have 1 month for revision and mocks. So don't leave any new topic for the last 1 month. Try to complete the topics as soon as possible. Okay, and it is possible to cover, like quant will take the maximum amount of time. Maybe 300 to 400 hours would be sufficient to cover the concepts. Then it is about the practice. So whatever you are trying to cover by October. Anything, like even if you are covering a minor topic, don't keep it for the last month. So in case you are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance tests, MBA Karo offers mock tests for these examinations, and as I said that like our mocks are on the latest pattern, and apart from CAT we will be offering mocks for NMAT, SNAP, ZAT, CMAT, MHCT, CUET, MyCAT, XGMT, SRCC. So these all exams will be targeted through our mocks. So you can enroll with us and prepare for these exams, and this is the mock bundle that you can purchase on our platform. And a lot of students have been asking for a new batch for CAT. So we have decided that we will launch a crash course for CAT, and it will be basically CAT plus it will also target ZAT also. Okay, we will be covering decision making also, and so that will be a crash course that we will start in September. So we will announce that very soon, and it will be announced on our YouTube channel as well as our Instagram page and Telegram group. So please do subscribe to the channel and follow us on these platforms so that you do not miss its notification. And in case you are preparing for CAT and have prepared for appeared for the examinations on the past and done great on them, so you can avail huge discount on our existing CAT batch. Okay, although the syllabus is half complete, you can still enroll and like watch the recordings plus attend the live classes, upcoming live classes, and the workshops, mocks, etc. So we are offering huge discount on that based on your past scores. So you can share your scorecards with us on support@mbakaro.in to know about the details, that at what percentile in which examination you will get how much discount. Okay, so if you wish to get discount or know someone who did well on the examination and is looking for preparation, especially this is only for repeaters, not for fresh people. Okay, if you are a repeater, you have basics cleared, you want to prepare well, you did well but could not meet the expectation, maybe few things you missed out on the last time, so you can scale your score this time with us, and you can get discount based on your past score. So this was about the next 4-month preparation plan. Okay, as I said that just be consistent, okay, and focus on the right things without fail, study every day and solve past year papers. Do not compare yourself with others, stay away from social media. So that those are the things that are going to help you, and if you are consistent and use the right efforts, you can definitely come out with flying colors on CAT. And as I said that it is always good to mitigate your risk, so appear on other exams also. What if CAT does not go well? अगर आपने preparation सही से की ना तो CAT अच्छा नहीं भी गया, कोई ना कोई exam अच्छा चला जाएगा. You will be able to crack some or the other good B school with your preparation. So thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Goodbye.